Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It is super helpful. So many of you know I just got back from Video Game Summit recently, also Classic Game Fest, but I want to show you guys an amazing find I had at Video Game Summit. Now, the dealer next to me had two boxes under his table marked $1 each. Now, if you've watched my channel for a long time, you know I love a bargain. So I looked through these boxes, and while my wife was watching my table, I just sat down and dug through these boxes, and I had a blast doing so because they were inserts from DVD and Blu-ray collections. And I found some amazing stuff, and I want you guys to comment on some of these movies that I'm talking about as I go through these collectibles from these films. Now, typically these items, booklets, photos, production information and all that, you can only get when you buy a collector's edition of a DVD or Blu-ray set. These items aren't available for sale individually typically. But this vendor, he kept the films, the DVDs, the Blu-rays, and sold all the inserts. He said he just didn't want them, just didn't have space for them or whatever, and he was just putting them out for sale for $1 each. It was awesome. It was a ton of fun to dig through these boxes. So I want to show you guys what I got.
All right, let's take a look at this cool collection of DVD and Blu-ray inserts. This little Transformers booklet is cool because it's got an episode guide along with character bios. Very nice and colorful. Back to the Future, what I consider a perfect Hollywood film. There's really nothing I can think of that I would change about Back to the Future. Just a nice looking, funny, cool science fiction comedy. Great movie. Some nice photos and production information and imagery there. Pretty cool. The Matrix, an amazing film visually and in terms of storyline. I love this movie. These neat photos came in this really kind of fancy envelope here. Check this one out. It's got a little film cell there. Very nice. Gotta love that, guys. And King Kong with the certificate of authenticity. Easy for you to say. The Peter Jackson film, not a perfect movie, but I had fun with it. Check out this production art. How nice is this? Haven't decided what I'm going to do with all this stuff yet. If I'm going to display some of it, sell some of it, or what. I'll definitely keep some of it for some of my more cherished films. Blade Runner, such a cult classic. One of the better futuristic movies of all time. As you can see, it's the art of Blade Runner there. Pretty cool. And you got some storyboard art. How cool is that? And check this out. It's like a kind of encased in plastic. Nice visual there, nice art, or photo. And apparently this came out of a Speed Racer DVD set, the Mach 5. Very cool. Jaws, one of my son's favorite films. I'm sure he has this. Remember they were comparing scars in the movie? Jaws is a phenomenal film. If you haven't seen it lately, check it out. It holds up extremely well. It's still a great movie. Just marvelous. Battlestar Galactica TV show. Kind of a nostalgic thing for guys my age. Collector's booklet. Very cool here. Again, we got an episode guide. I like that. Disney Pixar collectible litho set. This was probably with a collection of Disney Pixar films. Colorful. Probably not going to plaster these all over the place, but it's a nice little set here. Cars. I love the original Cars. I don't think they should have made any sequels to Cars because the Route 66 storyline is just so perfect. And the atmosphere of that film, Wall-E, highly underrated. Great film. Up brought tears to my eyes, I promise. Toy Story 3, boy, talk about tears. That one too. Pixar stuff can get pretty emotional at times. Goonies, what a cult classic this is. Richard Donner film. You guys may know Richard Donner from that he also directed Superman. Very cool. Goonies storyboards. Just a lot of neat stuff. And this stuff is typically not available for sale, like I mentioned earlier, outside of just being packaged with these DVD and Blu-ray sets. So unless you got those, you just really don't see these. Labyrinth. Now this was actually the packaging for the DVD 30th anniversary edition, because you can see where the DVD was meant to go. But the collector I bought this from just kept the movies and got rid of the inserts and everything. So he just didn't have room for all this stuff. Pretty cool. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We just visited Devil's Tower recently, and it was really cool. The gift shop had Close Encounters memorabilia in it, like a little museum. Very nice booklet here, pretty thick. Great stuff. All right, continuing on. This Wizard of Oz set came with some reproductions of vintage publications, just kind of smaller versions of, like, there you go, program from Grauman's Chinese Theater, pretty cool. Program for the film. Back in the day, movies would get programs, not just plays. So pretty neat. Awesome. Gotta love that. All right. Wizard of Oz also came with this complete campaign book. Reproduction. How cool is this? If you're a Wizard of Oz fan. I remember watching Wizard of Oz once per year, because that's how many times they would show it on television, on network TV. And I would watch it once a year. Spoiled today, getting to watch it on Blu-ray anytime you want. Ghostbusters. Another just about perfect movie. I can't think of anything I would really change about Ghostbusters. Just greatness. Pretty cool production stuff. If you like production history and, you know, behind the scenes stuff, these little booklets are really neat. Harry Potter. I remember reading the first Harry Potter book to my son when he was little, and then he continued on reading them himself. Pretty cool. Movies are a lot of fun. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Funny stuff. The screenplay. So you got a whole book with this special edition movie, the screenplay from the film. So if it's not enough for you to just watch the characters, you can read what they say. Schindler's List is a movie I've only seen once, and I just don't want to watch it again because it was so serious and just so, gosh, there was just so much. And I remember it well, and it was depressing. It was inspiring too. But gosh, just this kind of, it's not exactly a popcorn movie you want to watch over and over again, but brilliant. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, another amazing film based on the Ken Kesey novel. Nurse Ratched, there's a TV show, I believe, with Nurse Ratched now. Awesome stuff. Nice little booklet there. Casablanca photo book. And check this out. Ramones fans. This is really neat. It's in the tail of the old EC comic books. And it gives you like disc listings of, you know, what songs are on the different discs or whatever. And, or videos. I'm not even sure exactly which DVD this came with. I just only got the inserts for the most part. I'll show you in a minute. One of these actually includes the disc. Pretty cool here. Awesome. Some more One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest stuff. These mini posters from the film. Pretty cool. Nurse Ratched. Doesn't look too evil, does she? Looks can be deceiving. And even some One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest playing cards. Bonnie and Clyde photo book. Great film. Some more Casablanca stuff. Little mini posters. Cool. Dazed and Confused. This movie is painful to watch. Oh, speaking of Casablanca and perfection, not a wasted word. One of the best screenplays of any film in history. Not a wasted line. Love it. Anyway, Dazed and Confused. A sneak preview of oddness to come. So Dazed and Confused, this movie is really hard to watch because basically the first half of it deals with bullying. And I wasn't really bullied too much as a kid, maybe a little bit in elementary. I was kind of awkward, but that's about it. So I don't really consider I don't really think I've gotten, didn't really get bullied that much, but man, it's just painful. The first half of the movie is just so much bullying. It's just painful to see, and it's so frustrating, unfair. Big, teenagers have these stronger and just bullying the younger kids. It's just so unfair. It's just back in the day, they just got away with it, and it was just frustrating. But it's a fun party movie. I like Fast Times at Ridgemont High better, though. Check these out. These are coasters from Christmas Vacation. How cool is that? I always thought Beverly D'Angelo was so cute in that movie. Now this is cool. Halloween 35th Anniversary Collector's Edition. Blu-ray disc. Booklet. The disc is actually in this one. You can slip it out right there. It actually includes the disc. And I showed the seller, said, look, did you know the disc was still in this? And he looked at it and said, that's fine. You can go ahead and have it for $1. I was like, cool. Check this out. Nightmare on Before Christmas manga, however you want to say it. Some more Wizard of Oz greatness here. Behind the Curtain production book. More behind the scenes stuff. I'll tell you what, if you read all these books, you would be a film buff. Now this is interesting. The Angry Video Game Nerd just did a review of Led Zeppelin, The Song Remains the Same. If you didn't watch that, check it out. It was a wonderful review of a very strange, quirky concert film with fantasy sequences and everything. But this has a lot of production stuff in it, vintage material reproduced. Lobby cards, I suppose. Just an odd film. The late, great John Bonham, who has a son, Jason Bonham, that's a great guitarist also. Now that's Bonham, kiddos, not Bottom. Pretty cool stuff, guys. Spider-Man 2. Man, the Spider-Man movies basically kicked off the modern Marvel movies. Just blown away by the original Spider-Man and Iron Man. Those two heroes really kicked in the modern Marvel films. What we see now. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Out of my demographic when it came out, but it's got a huge fan base. I like this little cell from E.T. and picture, pretty cool. Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out. I think this is an apron. Haven't opened it up yet. And a booklet. I didn't like A Christmas Story for years because it was always on every year, and there was something about the tone of it and the look of it that just irritated me. Till one day I decided to sit down and watch it, and oh my gosh, I cracked up, and I was so late to the party, and I was like, oh, Christmas Story is great, and everybody's like, duh, but it is so funny, and I try to watch it maybe not every Christmas, but every other Christmas. Now here's the video game items that were in the box. Again, all these are just $1 a piece. Got this DJ Hero 2 flask. Guitar Hero air freshener. I'm actually going to use this. And Sonic Mania, the Art of Sonic Mania. Now, Sonic Mania, I have this game on my Switch. but I just have the download. So it's really cool to have this booklet. Awesome. Very cool stuff, guys. Hard to believe I got these all for $1 a piece, and it was just so much fun digging through them. And I left a lot behind. You know, I didn't buy every single thing he had. I left quite a bit behind that was just maybe things that were just like 2 pages long, or were for movies that I really didn't care about or whatever. So anyway, pretty cool stuff.
All right, guys. Well, what did you think? Pretty cool, huh? I want you to let me know in the comments of all the movies here that you saw these collectibles for. What is your favorite film? And what is the coolest item you saw in this collection? Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And we will talk to you in another video. If you're a fan of my work, you might want to consider supporting me on Patreon. For just a low fee each month, you get a lot of extra content. Another way to support the channel and my writing career is to buy books direct from me, including the 100 Greatest Console Video Games, the Classic Home Video Game Series. It's like an encyclopedia set. And this massive bad boy, the NES Omnibus Volume 1 A through L. I will put links in the description of this video where you can buy books direct from me and where you can support me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.